Hi everyone, this is Dr. M. Moganraj, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, K.S.Rangasamy College of Technology. In organizational behavior, we are going to discuss organizational conflict. So let us see the meaning of organizational conflict. Organizational conflict is an internal misunderstanding or disagreement that can occur between colleagues or leaders. This kind of disagreements can lead to a lack of cohesion and collaboration in the workplace. So, the conflict, which is misunderstanding between the team members or misunderstanding in the organization or disagreement that occurs between the colleagues or the leaders. So once this kind of things happens, there is a lack of achievement of the target which is allotted to the group members or the teams or whatever it may be. So the conflict has to be perfectly handled by the manager or the team member, or the person who is taking the responsibility has to be in a confirmation that there should not be any misunderstanding and disagreement between the colleagues or the leaders. So once this accomplished in the organization, there will be a lack of cohesion and collaboration in the workplace. And we will see factors influencing organizational conflict. So these are the factors that are influencing or the happening of the organizational conflict. Unclear responsibility. So responsibility which is given, for example, the group of people is working in a team, and the manager or the team member has to allot certain roles and responsibility in a clear manner. So for example, a team which consists of 5 members, and we are supposed to give uh, clarity of the work towards each members, which helps them to work in a perfect manner. And once it is not happening and clear responsibility has been not given, which will make the team members to create certain conflict, they will not understand each other, these things will be happen. So we are supposed to be in a clearly, we are supposed to clearly explain the role and responsibility of each and everyone. And next point is interpersonal relationship, and which means the different personality, the personality of each and every members will vary. This is what the nature, the every person's personality, the way of behavior, that will vary from one person to another person. And so the way of thinking also vary from one person to another person, so which will makes the conflict to be arised in a particular situation. Certain, for example, certain people cannot understand the concept in a perfect manner, or they will be having a different type of view to attain the target, but other peoples are having different type of view. So once they are explaining their waypoints, so no one will accept, which will leads to conflict. So interpersonal relationship has to be perfectly in the team members. And next one, scarcity of resources, inadequacy of resources like time, money, material, etc. So resources scarcity is one of the another factor which are influencing organizational conflict. The resource availability has to be perfectly handled by the person who has given a accomplishment. So once there is a lack of time, lack of money, lack of material, so automatically what will happen, there will happen a conflict between the team members. Once the resource is not right, or they haven't given a perfect time to complete the task, and they are urging to complete within a particular day, and it is taking a lot of day to complete, so which will makes the conflict between members. And the money and materials are supposed to be kept ready for the accomplishment of resource. Once the scarcity of resources arise, which will influence to organizational conflict. And the next one is conflict of interest, personal goals of the individual and the goal of the organization, conflict of interest arise. So the person who is working in the organization supposed to focus on the goal which is given by the organization, and they are not supposed to focus on the goal of a particular individual. Say they are supposed to work in a team in order to achieve the goal of the organization. So the conflict of interest which causes organizational conflict. And next we are going to see conflict resolution strategies. So what kind of conflict we are arising and what kind of resolution strategies we are supposed to form in order to avoid conflict. And in that first one, do not ignore conflict. So when there is a conflict that arise, we are supposed to move front, and the members of the team has to explain clearly this is the role and responsibility in a perfect manner. Once the roles and responsibility has been clearly given by the team manager, so that does not happen any conflict between the team members. And clarify what the issue is. So we are supposed to, the team manager has to clarify what the issue is going on, and it should be clearly given, and clearly given the problem which is going to be solved in a perfect manner. And next one is being involved parties together to talk. So they are supposed to talk in a team member. Once there is a team, they are supposed to involved in talking and solving the problem which is going to be which is arised in the organization. So based on that they can able to solve the conflicts. Identify a solution. So by making certain strategies or identified any solution for a particular problem which helps the other team members to influence, and which will helps them to solve the conflict which is arise between them. So we are supposed to influence other team members which helps to attract them, and they will work in a proper manner once the solution has been identified. Continue to monitor and follow up on the conflict. So we are supposed to continue to monitor each and every work of the members in a team, which helps us to find is there any mistake going or whether they are moving in a proper manner, which helps to solve the conflict in the proper manner. And next topic is types of organizational conflict. And there are three types of organizational conflict: relationship conflict, task conflict, process conflict. In relationship conflict, which is mainly based on tension among employees, so each and every member who is working in the organization will be with a lot of busy, and there will be a tension, so which will make the conflict to be between the persons who are in a stressed or tensed, so which will damage the relationship between the employees. And task conflict, the argument among members. Once the task has been accomplished, once they are not able to attain in a proper time, the argument will be happening between the members in that team. So this is called task conflict. And process conflict, clashes among the team members due to the difference in opinion. Yeah, once the process is going and each and everyone is having different type of views, so with that views some of them will not accept a particular view, there will be a clash between the team members and their opinions. So these are the different type of organizational conflict. Thank you for watching the video.